everyone, welcome to Harbor Satellite Weekly. This is the 2nd July 24, and we're talking about satellite. So I'm sharing now the screen with the view proposal. Second. Okay. Okay, so we are here. And right, so you made well, let's take a look at the your Harbor Satellite proposal. No, this was not this one. Which one was this first one? Ground control for satellite, right? So this is the ground control description. As you may notice already, I changed a bit of the text here, the use case.
Okay.
Now the question is how we can get this merged in with Harbor Community.
Yeah.
How we can get this merged, or how can we extend the PR from Roald with how can we get this now adapted? So let me just figure out how can we do this.
Yeah.
What options we have?
One thing, should we need to exactly tell all the information about the ground control that I listed in the issue into this PR, or can we just give a short version of it?
I don't understand the question. Can you
Like, do we
explain
need
more?
to exactly specify all the information about the ground control into the RFP proposal that we have in the Harbor community, or can we just make a simple short version of it and just have the ground control part there? Like, do we have to be more descriptive in the satellite proposal to the community about
Then
ground control?
no, I think what you have here is okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean this is okay. I mean what we need to do is we need to extend the RFP here
Mm-hmm.
from Roald and extend this RFP with what is the specific use case regarding ground control,
Mm.
right? So we have somewhere documentation about your specific use cases, overall architecture. So implementation. So
On
I would
line
probably
48, I mentioned ground control.
yeah, but I would create a kind of ground control exactly, and then so we have the overall architecture, and then I would maybe create. I mean, we have the specific use cases, and then we have
Mm.
container runtime configuration. Yeah, this is one part, right? Container. I would create here a new chapter on new
Mm.
section, and call it ground control, and then you explain how ground control works, and
Okay.
it's basically uh, well, uh, a lot of things is already said. You don't need to repeat them, right? But I think
Mm.
what is the functionality of ground control, right? So we have this already here. Uh, yeah, what is the function of ground control? Ground control manages artifact synchronization. Doesn't manage them. It is well, it does manage them, right? Ground control manages with edge locations and functions as a service endpoint for satellite. Yeah, ground control will authenticate satellites, provide a list of images. Yeah, it should be present in satellite and facilitate seamless duplication of content. Yeah, exactly. So this is like what is the satellite functionality, right? And you describe like you describe the east interfaces. What are the east interfaces here? So this is the east
Mm.
interface, the south interface. You describe that we need to have a registry adapter, and you
Okay.
describe the management interface here, right? And then yeah, but you had already a lot of these things already here, right? So the use cases we don't need to um, um, maybe mention if they're already present in the RFP, right? So you just
Yeah. Yeah.
extend where needed.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is good use case. You can kind of or not use case. I would not call it use case. I would call it responsibilities, right? So this
Okay.
what is
Responsibilities
responsibility?
of ground control. Yeah, that would be good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm.
This is more like
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, so this meant then of course it's not a responsibility, it's a function. So it's how it works. So you need to
Mm.
you need to write it in a differently way that it's sounds like a responsibility. Here did
Okay.
correctly already, right? So the responsibility, ground control authenticates each satellite and provides a list of images to fetch from.
Mm.
I would break it down because this is two responsibilities. So each line, one responsibility, keep it clear. And
Okay.
also there's one responsibility is authenticate satellites.
Mm.
Another responsibility is um,
Mm. Okay.
satellite registration, right? So the satellite can register itself. Another responsibility is providing configuration details for satellites.
Mm.
Like really just bullet points down,
Mm.
and yeah, and then we have it. And then we need to find out how we can extend the RFP from Roald, huh?
Yeah.
How what we can do? Um, I think what would be possible is the following use case, right? So I mean, you guys have already access to that, right? So you have access
Mm.
uh, to Harbor, to this repo, and then community. Oh, so it's just community. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you guys have access already to this one, and
Mm.
because the thing is, you need to work on the same repository. So,
Okay.
or what Roald can do, maybe Roald can give you access to the repository community, that he has. Like if he goes to settings, if you go to
Mm.
settings and then you do collaboration and teams, right, on the repository,
There you
and
go, yeah.
and then you can grant access to Prasant to be able to, change the PRs, and then you can update your PRs, and yeah,
Okay.
or kind of push in the same branch that you have, and then it will be updated remotely as well. I
Okay.
think this is maybe the best way if you collaborate this way. So if you
Okay.
if you
Fine.
if you grant him access to your
I don't
repository,
have the settings tab.
Mm.
okay,
Check
can
myself.
you show this? We could maybe
Yeah,
navigate together.
let me share.
Yeah.
And there. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, but you're in Harbor Community. This should be your repository, right? So if you go to these,
Oh, yeah, of course.
yeah, if you go to One Flying Banana Harbor Satellite Proposal, right? So there's
Okay.
like
Okay.
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
and then
Okay.
Collaborators. I can add. I think it was.
BUPD. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Add.
Yeah. Fine. Okay.
And let's see if you have access now.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me quickly accept that. Yeah.
okay, and then you can now go to this PR to this branch, and then you can push your
Mm.
changes to this branch, and then yeah, and like exchange the branch, or kind of yeah, make your changes to the branch, and
Mm.
update it. If you commit and push, then it will automatically synchronize with the PR, and then you see in the PR that
Mm.
the changes, and then you'll be also both kind of as put there as authors, right? So you will be both listed as authors, so it's gonna be correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right, then the other things that we maybe look at is the see, let's take a look at our satellite. I'm not sharing my screen, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have then two pull requests open still. Yeah, one is the zero lock, right? So you
Yeah, so I fixed it now, and we have the two using std out for the normal logs and the std error for the error logs.
okay,
And Zot also outputs in the same std out.
and are you using zero lock or are you using another logging?
Zero log.
Okay, you fixed this with zero lock. How?
Yeah, as long as they both Zot and satellite output to std out or std error, it works. But if one of them goes to a file, then there's a error. Because at some point, the Zot registry doesn't update context with the logger, and that kind of breaks everything.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
like that, it works.
All right, interesting. So if Zot registry updated context, then things breaks.
Yeah, I haven't it. I don't know exactly how it works, but I found that function that is called, and it's even said in the documentation for Zot that for Zerolog that update context is not thread safe, so it can break if multiple run at the same time.
Oh, okay. And how to solve this problem then? Do they also recommend?
They do not have a solution. They just said there's an issue. So
Okay.
but as long as you don't change the output location, it works.
Okay. And in our case, it's okay. I mean, we are running in this environment where we're mostly running in a container, and this is no problem. Or is it also possible if we just dump everything to file? So maybe this is also a way. I mean, we have to look. So I think we just need to move forward now. Because the use cases when the satellite is running as not as in a container, because in a container we have always log to std out and std error, right? But in the binary, when we run it as a container, we maybe not want to output to the out. We want to output to the file system, right? And this is the only case where you want to output to file, or you want to output to syslog or something, right? You want to forward the things to syslog, and then. But then we have to find anyway another solution, right? It's. I mean, we cannot cover all cases. Okay, good. So we need just to live with that for the moment, and then be happy that things are working. Okay. So you now rewrite. You changed every output now to from print line to error log, right? Or to info
and
log.
the logger gets passed around through the context.
Okay. Good. Oh, here's the logger.
And yeah, you can set the log level in the configuration as well.
Okay. And we have a new context with logger. Okay, so you create you pass in the context and you get the context back with the logger, right? And you call this one new context with logger.
Then you get from context at the bottom, and
well, is it a new context, or is it a context that is extended with the logger? Because the question is, I think the context is not new. It's the same context that you pass in here. So maybe I would change the function name and call that like add logger to context.
Yeah,
or extend
good point.
extend context with logger, because new context is kind of alarming, because it says like there's a new context, and this is something that you don't want to have usually. And then from context, and you get this is the from context, so you get okay, so this is the logger from context. Why it's called from context? Because how do you call this one, right? So if you take a look at this, how are we calling this one? we're calling logger from context, and then we
And
pass
it
in the
returns
context.
the logger.
Okay.
Is inside the context.
Okay. So is there somewhere example?
If you, yeah, right there at line 61 and 62. Just
Ah, yeah,
above.
here this
Yeah,
one.
there you go.
Yeah, logger from context. Yeah, that's good. That's a good name. If you read it, it makes sense. Logger from context. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Apart from that, error logger from context. Okay. Why do we need two loggers? One error logger and then one.
Because one outputs to std out and the other one to std error.
Okay, I see.
So
Okay.
it's,
Okay.
I found that it's a good way to do it, to completely separate them. But
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Makes sense. But normally in the container context, we normally just log everything out to std error, right?
everything?
Usually, yeah. You have to take. Can you Google that? I remember reading something like, being this is a standard, like just log everything out to std error in the containerized context. However, here we have to be cautious a bit, when we log everything out to std error. But
Because in the link you sent me, let me paste it again in chat. Here.
okay, you missed something. Okay, look, why Docker CLI redirects all output to std. Okay. I think there's already kind of questions from people. Why does Docker CLI redirect all output to std error? Okay, okay. Docker log sent std error messages from the container to std error and std out messages to std out. Okay, so they anyway, right? So you have just one stream, right? And the question is like, yeah, maybe you can find somewhere an explanation for that, but as in my opinion, or in my how I remember it, there is somewhere the kind of a rule of thumb here that says, hey, we should just log everything to std error.
Okay. So I shared back the link in chat you
Okay.
sent me on yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the log collection step, they mentioned that they have both std out and std error, but
Okay, okay. They do both then. Okay.
but maybe there's multiple ways of doing it.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Maybe you can take a look at yeah, maybe just take a look
I'll
and
dig
see
into
how.
it.
Yeah, find out, because I'm also not sure anymore, but this is my kind of a thing that I remember.
Mhm.
And maybe you can find out something in this regard. Um, yeah, maybe there's some way, an explanation where it explained why it's the way it is and what's the best practice here. But and then we just follow that one. So I'm not okay. Good. Then, well, apart from that, I mean, it's good for me. We have the config JSON here a bit. Okay, so just some basic configuration here, nothing fancy. Yeah, we can match that just to make sure that we have the correct naming here.
Oh yeah, let me update that real quick.
Yeah. You can call it, instead of new, you can call it instrument context with logger, right? It's like
Instrument context.
instrument or extend, but an extend, yeah, or
Add context.
add.
No.
No, add context is like add context, but
Add logger to context.
add logger to context. This is something.
Okay.
From context, yeah, to context, yeah. Yeah, add logger to context makes sense to me. Or
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
And there we go.
Okay, we have just 4 minutes left. Let's take a look at the changes, at other changes that we have, right? So from present, they're also still in draft, right? So
Yeah. I've been
um,
working on it.
okay, so you're not finished there, right? So what should
Yeah.
we take a look here?
I just started with configuring some parts, like basically starting adding inline commands which they lack context, and improving the naming conventions.
Okay.
So, and also like there are some monolithic functions, like the function is too big, and I just divided into sub functions, so each function just have a single responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So done that, and yeah, so I'm working on it, like just breaking up functions and making it easily manageable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Yeah, uncomment things. Okay. Okay, this is the breakup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's let me know when you're done,
Yeah, sure.
so we can take a look and watch this one.
Mhm.
So how was your presentation, Roald, last week?
I have it on this Friday.
This Friday. Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm working on a nice little PowerPoint right now.
Okay. Okay, good.
And yeah, hopefully Friday afternoon I'll know if everything went well or not.
Well, I think so, no?
Yeah, I think it should go. Should be
Yeah.
okay.
It's just more the question what grade you're gonna get, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And JP told me that you had already like the last Friday, right, the presentation
Oh yeah, I
Figma.
did a small version just for the
Okay.
Inside 56K.
Okay.
Just a presentation of what it is to the people like in Winterthur who haven't really heard about this project yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay,
yeah, no,
good.
that went well.
Okay. Good. Right. Yeah, let's finish on that, and then we can yeah, move this into this PR into acceptance and then merge this.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time and for your effort. Let's
Yeah.
yeah, stay in touch and on Slack.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds good. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.